Mary, you mentioned the chip crisis, and you mentioned that it's improving this quarter, but it's going to linger at least through the first half of next year, maybe through the entire of next year. But you know the narrative that is out there. People look at what happened with Tesla in the third quarter, and they say, well, Tesla was able to increase production. Tesla wasn't hit to the same degree as other automakers, including General Motors. I'm not asking you to comment on Tesla, but the narrative is Elon Musk can get it done. GM and the other automakers cannot. When you hear that narrative, what do you think?
Well, I think the complexity of the semiconductors is something that people really don't understand until you dive into it deeply. And, if a specific facility that produces a lot of your semiconductors is hit like we saw in Malaysia with COVID, first we're going to look at the safety of the workforce and making sure they have the right safety protocols in place before they start operations again. And so I think it's a bit more complex than everyone's looking at it. But, we are seeing stronger supply in fourth quarter. We'll see stronger supply in the first quarter. And we're also taking steps longer term to make sure that we aren't impacted by semiconductors or any other of the commodities or material that we need to successfully grow our EV future.
What about inflation? Do you expect it to be as hot in the fourth quarter and into next year as we've seen it in the last quarter?
Well, we definitely are seeing it in commodities and logistics costs, so we think that it is going to linger into next year. I think many factors are going to depend on how long it sticks around. But we also, because of our very limited inventory, we're going to continue to see strong pricing. We saw it in Q3. That's remaining in Q4, and we think that will carry us into next year because the vehicles that we have, we're selling every vehicle we can make.
And that continues in terms of the pricing. You've got record transaction prices, but the percentage gains, when does that start to cool off, in your opinion? Because people will look at this and they'll say, oh, come on, now you're looking at average transaction prices that are approaching $50,000 a vehicle.
Well, I think because of GM's specific situation that we're pretty lean on inventories, I think we're going to see strong pricing well into next year. I think as we're able to, have the full portfolio and be able to meet consumer demand, we're going to see some moderation. But we've also done a lot to improve our costs and working with our dealers to do things more efficiently. So a lot of the lessons that we've learned, not only from COVID, but now dealing with the semiconductor, are just going to make us better and more efficient as we go forward.
Mary, let's shift to discussion of EVs. You've got the Hummer SUT that you say deliveries will begin this fall. And I think fall, when does that run through? The end of November, early December. So you're going to be having that come out very shortly. And then you've got 30 at least through 2025. You've already accelerated your plans in a number of areas. Can you accelerate them even more?
Well, it's very important, and I couldn't be more excited about the Hummer vehicle that's coming out. At our recent Investor Day, as investors got out of the vehicle, the smile on their face after experiencing Watts to Freedom was just incredible. So we will be delivering yet this fall. I was at the plant just a couple weeks ago, and the vehicles look outstanding, so I can't wait to get them into customers' hands. Then we'll be launching the Lyriq, which is early next year. I think as we launch these two first products off of the Ultium platform, we're going to look to see how fast can we go. As you know, we've already taken almost half the time out of our vehicle development process because of the Ultium platform and the way it's designed. So, of course, we're going to be looking for ways to accelerate because we see the strong interest in our electric vehicles, but we're always going to put quality first.
Mary, when we talked with you, a couple of weeks ago at Investor Day, one of the goals that you guys stated emphatically was you will be the market leader in EVs. But right now, Tesla's at 63% market share. By 2025, some believe that you can catch Tesla. You guys are at, 9-10% right now in the U.S. Do you think that you can catch Tesla by 2025?
Absolutely, Phil. When we look at the portfolio we have, not only the Hummer and the Lyriq, but Mark Royce talked about that we're going to have a Equinox-like size product that's going to be at around $30,000. We have the Silverado E coming, a GMC product after that. And again, all the other products that we haven't announced yet, I am very comfortable because when people get into these vehicles, they are just wowed. So we will be rolling them out, and we're going to just keep working until we have #1 market share in EVs.